Jackie from Perrysburg.
Perrysburg in the house. Thank you, Jackie.
Dear Bishop Thomas, I was reading about the life of Saint Margaret of Castello, and it said Pope Francis declared her a saint through an equipollent canonization. Her feast day is April 13th. What is an equipollent canonization? Did I say that right?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Am I glad you sent this question, Jackie, because you just heard Pat say, what is equipollent? I must tell you, I've never even heard, with all due respect, and I admit when I don't know, right? Well, I didn't know anything about St. Margaret of Castello, frankly, and I had no idea of this terminology of equipollent canonization. Now, I had heard of equivalent canonization.
Okay.
I had heard that terminology, which this is similar to, when Pope Benedict canonized Hildegard of Bingen. This is a new word for me, but it is a word used variously as to equivalent or equipollent.
Okay.
And I do have here, I don't think we have too much time to get into the saint, so people will have to research that. But I do have, and you can tell I did my homework, I did have a few comments. Hold on just a second, and I might be able to give it to you. Candidates for equipollent, this is from EWTN News, canonization must meet 3 criteria. Here it is. They must be the subject of long-standing cult, C-U-L-T, in the best sense. That means they've been thought of as saints for centuries, or for as long as since they've died. They should have a solid and enduring reputation of virtue. And third, they must have a long association with miracles. So it was Pope Francis who canonized her, and that was his conclusion. And she was, now imagine this, we just talked about secular orders. She was a third order Dominican. How about that? And a fascinating character. She was born in 1287 in Mettola, Italy. She died in 1320, and she was welcomed as an equipollent canonization by Pope Francis. I won't bore you, but in a nutshell, we're told that she was blind from birth, lame. She suffered dwarfism, and she was an extraordinary figure, basically forced to be a recluse for most of her life until she was abandoned by her family on the streets.
Yeah.
And then became an extraordinary witness and example to Christ. So I learned something.
Yeah,
Folks,
yeah.
I hope you did too.